Last night, we lost a brother, we lost a family member, and in our industry.
Remember when you heard your favorite athlete passed away? That sudden shock, the heavy heart, quite unforgettable. But this video isn't about sadness. We're here to remember and honor some awesome athletes who left us too soon. Even though they're not playing sports anymore, they still inspire us. Join us as we reflect upon and celebrate the lives of 15 athletes who regrettably bid farewell to their fans too soon. Number 15. Football's heart-stopping moment, Marc-Vivien Foe. On the 26th of June in 2003, the vibrant atmosphere of Lions' football scene was abruptly replaced by a moment of profound shock. The Confederations Cup semi-final clash between Cameroon and Colombia took an unexpected turn. In the 73rd minute, Marc-Vivien Foe, a dynamic midfielder celebrated for his resilience and passion, collapsed on the field, far from the unfolding game. Onlookers, including players, fans, and officials, stood witness as the elation of the match swiftly transformed into a somber tableau of disbelief and grief. At a mere 28 years old, Foe held a prominent stature in the football community, having showcased his skills for prestigious clubs such as Manchester City and Lyon. Renowned for his athletic prowess, he had become a figure of admiration. Tragically, the sport he loved would betray him on that ill-fated day. Despite the valiant efforts of medical professionals both on and off the pitch, Foe succumbed to hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, an inheritable condition leading to heart malfunction. The once boisterous stadium, resounding with cheers and chants, now descended into a hushed mourning. Distraught players on the field expressed their grief, some with hands on their heads, others kneeling in solemn reflection. This poignant scene sharply contrasted the usual jubilant ambiance of a football match, serving as a stark reminder of life's capricious nature, even for those in their physical prime. The globe united in sorrow for the loss of this football luminary, with tributes flooding in from fans, fellow players, coaches, and organizations alike. Foe's untimely demise prompted a critical reassessment of medical assessments for professional athletes, emphasizing the imperative for more rigorous health checks to avert such tragedies in the future. Marc-Vivien Foe's legacy endures not solely in the annals of football history, but also in the hearts of those who bore witness to that unforgettable day. As the sport navigates its peaks and valleys, Foe's passing remains a poignant emblem of life's fragility, compelling us to treasure each moment and prioritize the well-being of the athletes we hold in high esteem. Number 14. Racing's final lap, Dale Earnhardt. In the dynamic realm of motorsports, where the symphony of roaring engines, screeching tires, and adrenaline-fueled speeds defines every race, few names reverberate as powerfully as that of Dale Earnhardt, a true titan of the track. Earnhardt's name was synonymous with fearless racing, unparalleled skill, and a magnetic charisma that captivated audiences. However, in February of 2001, during the iconic Daytona 500, a race that epitomizes the spirit of NASCAR, the world confronted one of its darkest moments. The Daytona 500 that year unfolded much like any other, with stands filled to capacity, an air thick with anticipation, and the unmistakable scent of gasoline lingering in the atmosphere. Dale Earnhardt, known as the Intimidator for his aggressive driving style, was in his element, fiercely battling for position in the race's final laps. Yet, as the checkered flag loomed on the horizon, a series of devastating events marred the spectacle. Engaged in a tight formation with other cars, Earnhardt's iconic number 3 Chevrolet made contact with another vehicle. What transpired next was a heart-stopping moment as Earnhardt's car careened off, colliding head-on with the unyielding concrete barrier. The impact, occurring at nearly 160 mph, proved to be catastrophic. While the race concluded, the gravity of the situation became starkly apparent. Frantic efforts to rescue Dale Earnhardt unfolded, but alas, they were in vain. The legend had taken his final lap. The immeasurable grief that ensued was felt not only by devoted fans, but also by fellow racers and even those unfamiliar with NASCAR. Dale Earnhardt was more than a racer. He embodied the very soul of the sport, and his untimely passing left an irreplaceable void. Number 13. Dooku Kim Boxing's Dark Day. Hailing from Gangneung, South Korea, Dooku Kim, born on May 29, 1995, carved a name for himself in the world of professional boxing, specifically in the fiercely competitive lightweight division. Renowned for his tenacity and unwavering fighting spirit, Kim endeared himself to boxing enthusiasts globally. A pivotal moment in Kim's career unfolded on November 13, 1982 in Las Vegas, where he faced off against Ray Mancini for the WBA lightweight title. The match, lasting a grueling 14 rounds, showcased both pugilists landing significant blows. However, in a decisive turn of events during the 14th round, Mancini unleashed a powerful right-hand punch that sent Kim to the canvas.
There is 21-year-old champion Ray Boom Boom Mancini. And he scored.
Carried out of the ring and swiftly transported to the hospital, Kim succumbed to a brain injury sustained during the intense match, passing away 5 days later. Kim's tragic death reverberated profoundly throughout the boxing community, prompting significant changes in the sport. These included the reduction of title fights from 15 rounds to 12 and the implementation of more stringent medical checks. This unfortunate incident stands as a stark reminder of the physical toll that boxing can exact on athletes, emphasizing the imperative for continual improvement in safety measures to safeguard the well-being of those who dedicate their lives to the sport. Number 12. Soccer's beacon of promise, Miklos Feher. The world of soccer, or football as it's commonly known across the globe, has witnessed its fair share of heart-wrenching moments. However, few were as universally felt as the untimely passing of Miklos Feher, a Hungarian striker whose future appeared luminous while playing for a Portuguese club in 2004. Feher, a symbol of youthful exuberance, had cemented his status as a rising star, with every touch, goal, and cheer from the crowd contributing to his promising trajectory. On a fateful night in January, Feher entered the field as a substitute, eager to make a significant impact. However, the game took an unexpected turn when he received a yellow card for time wasting. In the aftermath, he responded with a characteristic smile, a playful gesture that defined his demeanor. Tragically, moments later, he collapsed onto the pitch. The stadium, once alive with the sounds of chants and drum beats, fell into an eerie silence. Despite the best efforts of medics, Feher could not be revived. At the tender age of 24, cardiac arrest had abruptly ended a life and career brimming with promise. The soccer community mourned deeply, with fans creating memorials and fellow players paying tribute both on and off the field. Feher's passing was not only a loss for football, but also served as a stark reminder of life's fragility. It underscored the crucial need for rigorous health checks in the sporting world and highlighted the unpredictable nature of life itself. As the years rolled on and the football world celebrated new champions and milestones, the memory of Miklos Feher remained a gentle reminder to cherish every moment, both on and off the pitch. His legacy endures as a poignant reflection on the transient nature of life and the importance of valuing every precious moment. Number 11. Basketball's unseen threat, Hank Gathers. Imagine LeBron James's imposing physique combined with Russell Westbrook's boundless energy and Shaquille O'Neal's fun-loving personality. That was Hank Gathers. Gathers, a name synonymous with raw energy, electrifying dunks, and a relentless spirit, left an indelible mark on the world of basketball.
Imagine LeBron's physique with Russell Westbrook's energy and Shaq's fun-loving personality. That was Hank Gathers.
Born and raised in Philadelphia, Gathers became a standout star for Loyola Marymount University in Los Angeles. Renowned for his scoring prowess, he achieved the rare feat of leading the nation in both scoring and rebounding in the same NCAA Division I season, an accomplishment that marked him as a future NBA star. However, on March 4, 1990, tragedy struck. The LMU Lions were hosting the Portland Pilots in the West Coast Conference Tournament. The game unfolded as expected, with Gathers showcasing his usual dominance. Midway through the first half, he went for a dunk. The crowd erupted in cheers, but Gathers, tragically, began to stumble. His untimely death sent shockwaves through the world of college basketball, prompting an outpouring of grief from teammates, coaches, opponents, and fans. Despite the sorrow, Gather's legacy endured. Loyola Marymount University retired his number 44 jersey, forever cementing his place in their history. In the aftermath of Gather's passing, the NCAA implemented more stringent guidelines for medical clearance to play, with a specific focus on cardiac issues. The event underscored the crucial importance of prioritizing athletes' health over performance, a lesson resonating across sports leagues worldwide. Though Gather's life was cut short, his impact on the game was profound. His record-setting performance in the 1989 season remains etched in college basketball history. His relentless drive, love for the game, and tragic passing became a compelling narrative of talent, ambition, and a life cut short. For those who witnessed Gather's final dunk, the memory is bittersweet. The roar of the crowd, the triumphant dunk, and then the haunting silence. It stands as a poignant reminder of life's transience and the imperative to prioritize health over the game, no matter how much passion fuels the player. Number 10. Phil O'Donnell, a sudden loss on the football field. Phil O'Donnell, born on March 25, 1972 in Bells Hill, Scotland, was a devoted and passionate footballer, celebrated for his unwavering work ethic and commitment to the game. Primarily a central midfielder, O'Donnell spent the majority of his illustrious career with Motherwell FC in the Scottish Premier League. Tragedy struck on December 29, 2007, during a match against Dundee United at Fir Park. In the 72nd minute, as O'Donnell was about to be substituted, he suddenly collapsed on the pitch. Despite immediate medical attention, he was pronounced dead later at Wishaw General Hospital. The cause of his untimely death was identified as left ventricular failure of the heart. News of O'Donnell's passing reverberated throughout the football community, prompting an outpouring of tributes from players, coaches, and fans alike. His dedication, sportsmanship, and significant contributions to Scottish football were widely acknowledged. The heart-rending sight of a fellow athlete collapsing on the field served as a poignant reminder of life's potential fragility, even in the midst of a game. In response to the tragedy, Motherwell FC retired O'Donnell's number 10 jersey, a fitting tribute to a player who had served the club with unparalleled distinction. Furthermore, his death underscored the imperative for rigorous health checks in football, leading to an increased emphasis on cardiac screening for players. Even in death, O'Donnell's impact on Scottish football endures. His life and career continue to inspire many young players.
Handed back possession to Celtic. O'Donnell! What a start for Phil O'Donnell!
Having played over 200 games for Motherwell FC and contributed to the team's victory in the Scottish FA Cup in 1991. His tenacity and love for the game, coupled with the tragic circumstances of his death, have permanently etched his memory into the history of Scottish football. Phil O'Donnell's story serves as a stark reminder that, amidst the passion, excitement, and sometimes triumph of sport, the unexpected can happen, altering the course of lives and games. It underscores the necessity for robust health and safety measures in sports, offering a somber memory of the risks athletes may face in their pursuit of glory. Though no longer with us, O'Donnell's legacy lives on, his name synonymous with dedication and commitment, serving as a potent reminder of both the thrill and potential risks of the beautiful game. Number 9. Pero Aguayo Jr., fatal wrestling bout. In the realm of professional wrestling, Pero Aguayo Jr. was a name that echoed with charisma, talent, and an unwavering spirit. Born on July 23, 1979, in the vibrant streets of Mexico City, Aguayo Jr. followed in his father's footsteps, entering the wrestling ring with a passion that soon captivated fans worldwide. He became one of the most iconic figures in lucha libre, celebrated for his high-flying maneuvers and captivating persona. Tragically, the bright flame of his life was extinguished in a wrestling bout on the fateful day of March 20th, 2015. The event unfolded in Tijuana, Mexico, where Aguayo Jr. teamed up with Monaco to face off against the formidable duo of Rey Mysterio Jr. and Extreme Tiger. The match progressed with its usual intensity. and Aguayo Jr. showcased his wrestling prowess to the delight of the audience. However, amidst the scripted chaos of the wrestling ring, a fatal incident transpired. During a sequence of events, Rey Mysterio performed his signature move, the 619, intended to hit Aguayo Jr., who was supposed to deftly evade it. However, in a tragic twist of fate, Aguayo Jr. seemed to misjudge the move, and his neck made a devastating connection with Mysterio's leg. He collapsed onto the ropes and then slumped to the mat, unconscious and motionless. Medical personnel rushed to the ring as the match was abruptly halted. Aguayo Jr. was carefully transported to a nearby hospital, but hope faded with each passing moment. In the early hours of March 21st, tragedy struck as Pero Aguayo Jr. was pronounced dead. The cause of his untimely demise was a cervical stroke, a result of 3 fractured vertebrae. The world of lucha libre and its passionate fans mourned the loss of a beloved star, a mere 35 years old at the time of his passing. Despite subsequent improvements in safety protocols within professional wrestling, the memory of that harrowing night in Tijuana continues to cast a haunting shadow. It serves as a stark reminder of the inherent risks that athletes willingly embrace in the name of entertainment. For those who bore witness to the incident, it was a shocking moment that brutally shattered the boundary between wrestling's choreographed narrative and the harsh reality of life and death. Aguayo Jr.'s wrestling career had been characterized by his fiery passion, audacious moves, and remarkable ability to captivate the crowd. His tragic passing, while marking a dark day in the history of professional wrestling, also reaffirms the paramount importance of safety in sports. Number 8. Howard Glenn, football's darkest hour. Howard Glenn may not be a familiar name in today's football scene, but his story sheds light on the physical toll the sport can take on players. Born on December 26, 1939, Glenn served as a lineman for the New York Titans, later known as the New York Jets, showcasing exceptional strength and determination. Let's revisit October 9, 1960, when the New York Titans faced the Houston Oilers in a physically intense game in Texas. Glenn, accustomed to the tough play, endured numerous hard hits. In those days, players continued playing even when seriously injured. During the third quarter, Glenn suffered significant injuries and was taken out of the game, akin to a tomato in a blender. Unfortunately, it was too late. Post-game in the locker room, Glenn collapsed, and despite being rushed to the hospital, he did not survive. Glenn holds the unfortunate distinction of being the first and only football player to die directly from on-field injuries, his neck broken from the hard hits during the game. Glenn's story is a somber reminder of the dangers inherent in football, a stark contrast to its usual perception as a fun and exciting sport. For those who witnessed the events of that day in 1960, it resembled a chilling scene from a scary movie on the field, an indication that football involves more than just scoring goals. It requires caution and safety. Yet Glenn's story has contributed to positive change. Despite its sadness, it played a role in making football safer, leading to more rules to protect players. Glenn's narrative emphasizes the importance of caring for the players' health, even as we cheer for their success in the game. Ultimately, the goal is for them to enjoy scoring goals and not to depart from the game of life prematurely. Number 7. Tommy Hansens' tragic collapse on the pitch. Tommy Hansen, born on August 28, 1986, made a notable impact as a professional baseball player for the Atlanta Braves and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim in Major League Baseball (MLB). Standing tall at 6 feet 6 inches, Hansen was known for his impressive fastball and curveball, earning recognition as a promising young pitcher. Tragedy struck on November 9, 2015, at the age of 29, as Hansen, famous for his powerful 93-mile-per-hour fastball, tragically passed away. The circumstances surrounding his death remained mysterious, leading to speculation and mourning within the MLB community and among fans. Earlier that day, Hansen collapsed on the pitch during a local Atlanta event, where he was surrounded by friends and fans. Despite immediate medical aid, he was rushed to Piedmont Hospital in Atlanta, where he was later pronounced dead that night. The cause of his untimely demise was catastrophic organ failure linked to cocaine and alcohol toxicity. Hansens' passing deeply impacted the MLB community, mourning the loss of a former Rookie of the Year runner-up and a pitcher with significant potential. Teammates, especially those who played alongside him, publicly expressed their grief, remembering him not just as a skilled player, but as a cherished friend. Throughout his career, Hansens showcased remarkable talent, contributing significantly to the Braves lineup. Over 5 MLB seasons, he achieved notable statistics, winning 49 games with an earned run average, ERA of 3.8. Despite his promising career, Hansens' sudden and tragic end served as a poignant reminder of the hidden dangers, even for those at their physical peak. In response to Hansens' death, MLB reevaluated substance misuse within sports, implementing stricter drug testing and support programs for players struggling with addiction. While a small consolation for such a tragic loss, these measures aimed to address the underlying issues exposed by Hansens' untimely demise. For the fans who witnessed his collapse, the memory remains a solemn reminder of a vibrant life extinguished too soon. Number 6. Antonio Puertas' sudden cardiac arrest on the field. Antonio Puerta, born on November 26, 1984 in Seville, Spain, was a football standout known for his skill and passion. Despite his promising career, Puerta tragically passed away due to multiple organ failure caused by a prolonged cardiac arrest, linked to a rare condition called arrhythmogenic right ventricular cardiomyopathy. In response to Puerta's death, the Spanish Football Federation, RFF, introduced mandatory cardiac screening for all players to identify similar risks. This sparked a broader discussion about the need for proper medical facilities and trained personnel at sports venues. Puerta, though having a brief career, played a vital role in Sevilla's UEFA Cup victories in 2006 and 2007, leaving a lasting impact on the football world. The haunting image of his collapse emphasizes the potential dangers of undiagnosed health conditions in sports, stressing the importance of regular medical checks and swift emergency responses. For fans who witnessed the distressing event, it marked a sad departure from the usual joy of a football match. Puerta's story highlights the paramount importance of prioritizing athlete safety and implementing thorough health screenings in sports. Antonio Puerta's memory lives on through actions taken to prevent similar tragedies. Sevilla FC retired his jersey number 16, and their training ground was renamed in his honor. Despite his early departure, Puerta's legacy continues to profoundly influence the world of football. Before we go on, here's today's subscribers pick. We've got an intriguing yet thought-provoking photo to delve into. Take a moment to observe this big heavyweight lifter seemingly caught in an unexpected nap beneath that immense weight. But here's the question. Was this a nap of no return? What compels someone to push their limits to such extremes, even at the potential risk of their own life? Looking into the fascinating world of weightlifting and exploring what motivates athletes like him to embrace such formidable challenges. Is it the pursuit of glory, the desire to inspire others, or perhaps something else entirely? We invite you to share your insights and thoughts in the comments section below. Number 5. Bill Masterton. Ice hockey's unfortunate case. Bill Masterton, a Canadian-American ice hockey luminary, entered the world on August 13, 1938, in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Renowned as a skilled and passionate forward, he left an indelible mark on the sport while playing for the Minnesota North Stars in the National Hockey League. However, tragedy struck on January 13, 1968, during a game against the Oakland Seals. In a fateful moment, Masterton was checked forcefully by 2 opposing players, causing him to tumble backward onto the ice, impacting his head. Regrettably, the accomplished player lost consciousness immediately and never regained it, succumbing 2 days later to a massive brain hemorrhage. His untimely death marked a somber turning point for the NHL. Masterton's tragic passing prompted significant changes within the NHL, notably influencing the introduction and eventual mandate of helmet use by players. In addition to this safety measure, the NHL instituted the Bill Masterton Memorial Trophy in his honor. This prestigious award is bestowed annually upon the player who best exemplifies the qualities of perseverance, sportsmanship, and dedication to the game of ice hockey. Bill Masterton's legacy extends beyond his on-ice achievements, serving as a catalyst for important safety reforms within the NHL and as a perpetual reminder of the inherent risks athletes face in pursuit of their passion. Number 4. Tom Simpson, unforgiving heat of Tour de France. Tom Simpson, born on November 30th, 1937, in Haswell, County Durham, England, was a really good British cyclist. He made history by being the first Briton to wear the yellow jersey in the Tour de France on July 13, 1967. But on a hot day while going up Mount Ventoux, something sad happened. Tom collapsed from the heat, and despite trying to help him, he was declared dead later that day. His death made people think about how to make cycling safer. They made stricter rules about using drugs and started taking better care of cyclists' health during races. Tom's legacy is a reminder of how dangerous drugs and pushing too hard can be in sports. We remember him not just for his great cycling, but also for the changes that came after his sad end, making sure athletes are safer in tough competitions. Number 3. Patrick Eang, a shocking soccer incident. Patrick Eang, the dynamic Cameroonian footballer born on March 26, 1990, made a significant mark as a midfielder for Dynamo Bucharest in Romania's Liga 1. His energetic performances and football prowess garnered widespread respect. However, tragedy struck on May 6, 2016, during a match against Viitorul Constanta. Just 7 minutes after being substituted into the game, Eang collapsed. Despite the swift response of medical teams, he was pronounced dead 2 hours later. The cause of his untimely demise was identified as a heart attack, a shocking reality that reverberated among football fans globally. In the wake of this devastating event, an immediate outpouring of grief emanated from fans, teammates, and competitors alike. In a solemn tribute, Dynamo Bucharest retired Eang's jersey number 14, honoring his memory. Beyond the personal loss, Eang's tragic death underscored the crucial importance of immediate medical response and enhanced heart screening procedures in sports. His story stands as a poignant reminder of the unpredictability of life, even for seemingly fit and healthy athletes. Patrick Eang's legacy lives on, influencing discussions on athlete health and safety within the realm of professional football. Number 2. Dan Snider, a fatal car crash off the ice. Dan Snider was a talented Canadian ice hockey player born on February 23, 1978. He played for the Atlanta Thrashers in the NHL. Sadly, on September 29, 2003, Dan and his teammate Danny Heatley had a car accident in Atlanta, Georgia. The car was going really fast and Heatley lost control, crashing into a wall. Dan got thrown from the car and got badly hurt. They rushed him to the hospital, but he didn't make it. He passed away 6 days later because of severe injuries. Dan's death reminded everyone how important it is to drive safely, especially when you're famous. The Atlanta Thrashers retired his jersey number 37 to honor him. The NHL also created the Dan Snider Memorial Trophy, given every year to a player who shows hard work and dedication, just like Dan did. This trophy keeps Dan's memory alive in the hockey world. Number 1. Reggie Lewis Basketballs' heartbreaking moment. Reggie Lewis, born on November 21, 1965 in Baltimore, Maryland, was a well-respected basketball player known for his skill and leadership as the captain of the Boston Celtics in the NBA. Something really sad happened on July 27, 1993, during a practice at Brandeis University in Waltham, Massachusetts. Reggie collapsed on the basketball court, fainted, and was declared dead 2 hours later at a nearby hospital. The cause was a heart problem called hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. His death at the age of 27 had a big impact on the basketball world. The Boston Celtics decided to retire his jersey number 35 in his memory. Besides the personal loss, Reggie Lewis's passing led to changes in how athletes are taken care of, making sure they get regular health checkups. This is an important lesson about how life can be uncertain, even for healthy athletes, and it reminds us to always take care of those who contribute to the world of sports. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.